We'll be starting here momentarily. Just a few announcements before we get started with the players. We welcome you to Cardinals Social Media Night, presented by Budweiser Bowtie Bar. I'm Tom Ackerman from KMOX Radio, the flagship station of the St. Louis Cardinals. Special thanks to Budweiser for sponsoring the event tonight. If you've never been in the Budweiser Bowtie Bar, here's what you need to know. $5 12-ounce Budweiser bottoms-up drafts are on tap. They come with a souvenir magnet at the bottom of each cup. This is the only place in the ballpark where fans can get a beer throughout the entire game. The Cardinals think it's important to stay on top of the newest and best ways to connect and interact with fans. Thus, Social Media Night. Social media allows the Cardinals to provide an insider look while hopefully having a little fun along the way. Thanks to Cardinal Nation, we have 1.4 million fans on Facebook, nearly 300,000 Twitter followers, increasing growth on Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest, and most recently, Vine. And here are a few things we have in store for you tonight. Each of you has a voucher to pick up tonight's fan-designed and fan-selected social t-shirt. It's designed by Jake Hunt. Where is Jake? Jake, thank you very much. And Jake, could you come on up here? We'd like to recognize you for designing the t-shirt. Come on up, Jake. Come on, Jake. Jake designed the t-shirt. The guys, we need to get the guys a t-shirt as well. They want a t-shirt for sure. Jake, thank you very much. We'll have you pick those up immediately after we talk to the players. You can take your photo with the World Series trophy. It's right over there, the Instagram. We also have...
Somebody tripped over something.
We lost power. Oh man, good job. An upcoming game, a photo with the panelists, and someone is going to have an opportunity to throw out the first pitch tonight. So that's all coming up. The Cardinals will retweet some of your tweets throughout the game, and we're letting fans take over our Twitter account tonight during the game. The Cardinals are allowing fans to tweet the play-by-play and story of the game during Social Media Night by selectively retweeting fans that include the hashtag STLFanTakeover. Remember the Card Social hashtag as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, we're lucky enough to get a few of the Cardinals here with us. They're going to answer some of the questions submitted on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So let's get started. If you have any questions, by the way, you can tweet them using Card Social, and we'll be watching right over here on our computer. Please welcome to my immediate left, the flamethrower and Missouri native. He leads all relievers with 40 strikeouts this season, Trevor Rosenthal. He is leading off and playing second base tonight, and he has a batting average of .319. A team-leading 213 at-bats this year, a .982 fielding percentage at first base. Second base, in his first year at second base, it's Matt Carpenter. And the closer for the Cardinals in the 2011 season to win the World Series, and 273 career strikeouts, 54 career saves. He underwent Tommy John surgery in May. We can't wait to get him back. He is Jason Mott. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. We can't thank you enough for spending some time. We'll get you right back downstairs so Mike Matheny doesn't get mad at us. Let's start with some questions and we'll go right down the line. This is a question from Jason Darling. What is the best advice you've ever gotten from a fellow teammate, Trevor, and who was it from?
Best advice, I'd have to say probably being out in the bullpen when I first got called up and getting to spend time with Jason Mott. And it was good. He talked to me a lot, and he still talks to a lot of young guys getting called up recently, and he just tells us just to do our thing and not try too hard or do too much, and just do what got us here. And really appreciate him giving that advice to all of us.
Same question? Okay.
Well, mine's kind of on the same lines, but from a teammate that's actually no longer with us, but Lance Bergman. I think, yeah, it's okay to cheer for him.
Berkey.
I was a big fan of his growing up, so I kind of had I was a little bit starstruck the first time I ever got to be on the same field with him, but you know, he was a real funny guy for those that didn't get to know him real personally. He had a real good sense of humor, and you know, he just kept things light in the clubhouse. And some of the advice I got from him was never take yourself too seriously. Just go out and have fun, and that was for me was really good advice, and I appreciated that. Sweet. Trevor Rosenthal gave me that. No, I'm just kidding. So just throw hard, you'll be fine. No, I mean, when I was coming up, I got called up in 08, and I had guys like Jason Isringhausen, Russ Springer, Ryan Franklin, those guys around. And, you know, even the stuff that I was telling Rosie as far as, you know, just go out there and just do what got you here. Don't try to go out there and, you know, a guy like Rosie throws 100 and whatever anyway, so don't try to throw it 110. You know, just go out there and do what you're doing. You know, it's one of those things also, you go out there, you have a bad game. I had Izzy tell me it probably won't be my first and it won't be my last. So you want to go out there and you have a bad game, just be able to turn the page the next day, go out there because they're going to need you to go out there and help the ball club win the next day. So that's kind of the way I look at it when I go out there. Good day or a bad day, you got to remember what you did good, remember what you did bad, and try to fix things, go out there the next day and you know, get better and help the team win that day.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, a round of applause for the guys, huh? That's good. The first question. Matt, this question is for you. This is from Charles Skinner. Since being moved to the leadoff spot, how has your approach at the plate changed?
You know, I get asked this a lot, but I pretty much come up with the same answer. It hasn't changed much at all. Kind of my game, the way I've always hit is pretty similar to what a good leadoff hitter should do. I feel very comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. I try to work the count as deep as possible and see as many pitches and then be able to relay that to the rest of the team is, you know, that's my job. And even if I was hitting 5th, 6th, 7th, I don't think it would change. I think that's just kind of the way I've always played, and it suits really well in the leadoff position.
Trevor, a question from Ash Cashley on Twitter. Rosie, how old were you when you first touched 100 miles an hour?
Yeah, I think I was 6 or 7 years old. I don't know, that's a tough question. You know, being in the major leagues, there's a lot more radar guns here, so that's when I first started to notice it more often, but it's just definitely always had a strong arm, and you know, it's always been really fun to use that.
It might be a good question for your 7th grade teacher because she is here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, from Bernard Campbell Middle School, Lee Summit, Missouri, where is Stacy Barbie? There she is, your 7th grade teacher. Have a round of applause. Stacy brought the yearbook as well, and I believe that the photo is already making the rounds. It's possible that may be up on Twitter. It will be up on Twitter in a little while. Stacy, thanks for being here. Appreciate it very much. Very good. Trevor, we'll stay with you. Why not? This is from Christian Meister. Do you think it's fair to hitters to have that nasty of a curveball to go along with the fastball?
Not really, you know. That's why lately I've been trying to, you know, just give him a chance and not throw my curveball too much. And but you know, sometimes it's a little unfair. I would have to agree being up there. I feel like I got upper hand, and trying to let him get hits every now and then. You know, make him feel confident. And you know, if I keep striking everybody out, they might make me stop playing baseball. So.
That's right. That's okay to be unfair. This is for Jason Mott. Jason, this is from Nathan Harlan. Jason, you've been in some high-pressure situations. What is the most nerve-wracking relief situation you've ever been in?
I think for me, not really nerve-wracking, but the one that really stands out to me was after I gave up the home run to Josh Hamilton. I was standing on the mound, I was going, we just lost the World Series. Like in my head, I was like, well, guess I got to get these next two guys out so we can maybe try to score some runs. But I mean, for me, I think that was like one of the moments. Because once I get out there, I don't really think about the situation. My job is to go out there and just get the guy out at the plate. I don't really think about anything else. I don't try to be too crazy, especially with a guy like Yachty behind the plate. I don't even really think about what pitch I'm throwing. He tells me what to throw, and I throw it. So, that's just kind of the way I go about it. But yeah, I don't really try to think about it too much. But that's one situation that, like I said, after that happened, I was like, all right, well, I actually thought about what was going on out there, and I figured try to get these next two guys out.
And the Cardinals won it all. Wasn't that great? What a great moment for him, being able to take care of business. And for Matt Carpenter, this one is on Twitter from Schmidt35. Who is the funniest player in the clubhouse?
No offense, we're right here, so no pressure.
That's a tough one. Well, there's a lot of funny guys. Jason's funny. He's not as around as much lately because of the arm thing, but Jake Westbrook's really funny. Adam Wainwright's really funny. There's a lot of funny guys. I would say that Lance Lynn, Bert was funny. Yeah, he was funny. But I mean, Jake, Westbrook, and Wainwright are on the top of that list.
We have a question, this one for Matt as well. A lot of people asking this one. So far, the transition to second base has been pretty fluid for you. Was it a tough transition? Were you able to make the switch fairly easily? And what was especially tough about it?
For me, I know a lot of guys remember the transition that Skip Schumacher made, and the advantage I had over him was he was coming from the outfield to the infield, so that was a little bit of a harder transition. I've always played the infield my whole life, so I didn't have to learn how to field a ground ball. I just had to learn how to field it from second base, so it wasn't as hard. I have to give a lot of the credit to Okendo. He's an amazing infield instructor. And the secret weapon. He did an unbelievable job with me. We worked a lot of hours in spring training, and the transition's going pretty smoothly at this point, and hopefully I can keep it going and stick with it. But I would say that the hardest thing to do though was the mental side of it, just being into the game, watching Yachty call pitches, moving with the swing, and being able to be in the right spot at the right time. All those things were probably the biggest adjustment, I would say.
This is a question for all three of us, so we'll start with Jason and come back this way. Jason, this is from Mando Rain on Twitter. If you could be any other player on your team, who would you be?
Any other player on the team, that's tough. I think just from a position standpoint, I like to be Yachty because he's pretty good, so if I go back there, just see what he sees for a day and, be able to get back there and call a game and block and throw guys out like the way he does, I think that'd be pretty cool to go out there and be him for a day.
He took my answer. I want to be Yachty. I think we all want to be Yachty. I would probably say Carlos Beltran if I had to give a number 2. He's about as gifted as a baseball player as you'll ever see. You guys, you get to see it every night on TV and at the stadium, but being around him every day and watching the guy work and take the batting practice, and he is the definition of a freak. He is that good. So he would be up there on my list.
Riley and Carlos are good. I don't know. I'd say Chris Carpenter probably. Just the career that he's had, everything that he's done, all the different milestones and World Series rings, and everything that he's done and done for this organization. It'd be pretty cool to be in his shoes right now. Even though he's getting towards the end of his career, it's something that I think all us young guys look up to for sure.
Let's go. A question for Trevor. This is from Alley-oop23 on Twitter. What's the weirdest item you've been asked to autograph?
I don't know. these guys.
Be creative.
Yeah, it's been everything. I don't know.
7th grade yearbook?
Yeah, that's a new one. You got a good one? Yeah, Matt, my bad.
Can I answer that?
At the Cardinals Caravan 2 years ago, I had a fan ask me to sign their tattoo, and he took off his shirt, and on his stomach was a Cubs logo and a little kid peeing on top of it. So I signed it.
I got a good one too. I had a mom come up to me and ask me to autograph her baby, and I was like, I can't do that.
Trevor, this is right down the line for you guys. Trevor, what's the best? This is from Lance Lemon. What is the best prank you've pulled and or has been pulled on you by another teammate?
I'm pretty good at pranks out in the bullpen, from putting gum on a cup and sticking it on their hat when they're not paying attention, and they gotta walk around with the cup on their hat. Yeah, see, Jason doesn't even know that's how good I am at it. You guys got anything?
He's no longer with us, but Skip Schumacher really had a problem with the way yeah, we can cheer for him. We miss Skip. He had a problem with the way I dressed. He did not like my clothes at all. He didn't. I do wear a lot of fishing shirts. Well, anyway, after a game one day, I went into the clubhouse, got in my locker, showered, and went to go put on my clothes, and the sleeves on my shirt had been cut off. So that was an issue. But I had to wear it out, and it was embarrassing, and all the family and friends were in town that had to see me walk out with this fishing shirt with the sleeves cut off, and I looked not good.
We were in the minor leagues, and I think it was probably Florida State League, so I was there like 7 years in a row. But one of the guys left his glove and his cleats out on the ballpark or on the field. So what we did that night, we went in, took them, soaked them in water, and then froze them.
Oh,
Went to
man.
the ballpark the next day. They were just sitting on his chair, frozen shoes, frozen gloves. He wasn't very happy, but he didn't leave them out anymore. So I didn't use those either. So.
Jason, this is a question for you, and it's a question a lot of people have for you. How is the recovery coming along? And also, how impressed are you the way Mujica has stepped up in the closer role this year?
Recovery's going good. I've been doing my rehab for about 2 weeks now. I have my lovely brace on. I can move it like this. That's about it. That's all they let me do. But with guys like Mujica this year and Rosie, these guys, they aren't really doing anything that we didn't think they could do. The year Mujica had last year, once he came over to us, was amazing. And I think that was just knowing what his role was and just going out there and knowing what he had to do to get ready for the game and when he'd be in the ball game. So, what he's done out there hasn't really surprised me at all. Hopefully it hasn't really surprised you guys, because if you guys saw the way he pitched last year, you guys would kind of expect this from him. He just goes out there and same thing like Rosie was saying earlier. He doesn't try to throw it 100 miles an hour or try to do anything that's not him. He goes out there and he's himself. And if it's throwing some more change-ups or throwing a fastball or throwing this and that, he goes out there and does that. So he focuses on one hitter at a time. And like I say, he doesn't do anything that I or anyone here in that clubhouse didn't think he was capable of doing.
This just time for a couple more questions for them, so we'll go to this one and go right down the line if you would. This season, things have clicked so well. Trevor, what makes this year's team click so well?
I think it just starts from the top with the leadership. Having Mike Matheny as a manager, he's second to none in the responsibility he takes in leading this team. And then right down the line, we just got a good group of competitors. Everybody's working for the same goal. We all want to win, and we don't want to stop until we do.
Yeah, I agree with what Trevor's saying. From top to bottom, our leadership is outstanding. We've got a real good mix of young guys and also veteran leaders. And you can't say enough about how good our pitching's been. And you got to credit a lot of that to Yachty. He does a great job, getting the pitching staff where they need to be. And then, you know, our offense has really been clicking and heating up, and you know, we're playing good baseball, and we think that we can continue it for sure.
I would like to think it's because of how good of a cheerleader I am on the bench. That also is really, really good. No, you know, because of, you know, my arm and everything like that, I get a chance to kind of sit back and kind of watch, and it's awesome. You know, just getting to watch these guys, like they were saying, the chemistry they have, the way they go out there and everybody's pulling for everyone else. If someone takes a day off, they want whoever's in there to go out there and dominate, you know, the way that they would have wanted to if they're out there. And everyone's picking everyone else up, whether it's a good day, bad day, and everybody keeps it kind of loose. So, you know, you go out there, you have a bad day, people are trying to pick each other up and stuff like that, and that's where you have to be in this game. It's a long season, so, you know, you have a bad day, you can't go there and think about it too much. And like I said, we got guys in there to pick each other up, or someone doesn't drive a run in, the guy behind them ends up driving it in. So, you know, this is just a great group of guys, and I'm glad that I just get to even just come here, watch, and be a part of all of it. It's pretty amazing.
Well, Jason, as Adam Wainwright showed in 2011, you play a very important role in this team going forward. All of them do. We can't thank them enough for coming up here. We're talking about an hour before game time, and they're up here visiting with us. We really appreciate it. Jason Mott, Matt Carpenter, and Trevor Rosenthal. Cardinals Social Media Night. This is just the beginning of Social Media Night. We'll be doing things all night long at the ballpark. Before we go here, we're going to pull a raffle winner who's going to receive a photo with our panelists, Trevor, Matt, and Jason. And the photo will get posted to Cardinals social media tonight. So get out your ticket stubs at this time. We'd like to ask you to get out your ticket stubs. We're going to draw a winner. We're going to announce the section, the row, and the seat on your ticket. And that one that we pull will come up here, please, and take a picture with the gentleman. Thank you very much. I will not look. I'll stir them up real good here. There we go. This is section LP1, row 3, seat 8. LP1, row 3, seat 8. There we go. I hear a yell. Come on up. Let's verify. And off we go. Come on up here. Very good. What's your name? Your name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, thanks for being here. Much appreciated. Let's have a picture with the guys, Caitlin. Caitlin said, that was exciting. Can I do it again?
Yeah.
Round of applause for Caitlin. And again, this night wouldn't be possible without the participation of the players. We're going to let them go now as they get ready to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Once again, Trevor Rosenthal, Matt Carpenter, and Jason Mott.
You guys kick ass.
We have more items, raffle items that we're going to pull. So if our Team Fredbird members could bring our raffle ticket numbers over here, and what we're going to do is draw for a chance to throw out the first pitch of today's game. That's the next item
the
that
number.
I pull. First pitch of today's game. We're going to mix them up. Look at a lot of them in here.
I got my
turnout.
own glove too.
Great turnout tonight for social media night. And right back we go to section LP1,
Oh.
row 9, seat 13. LP1, row 9, seat 13. Do we have that ticket? And that's one that we'll need pretty quickly because we're going to get them down on the field.